Okay, full disclosure, I have been wanting, even trying, to make this video for quite a while now. But every time I sit down and reflect on my experience in Copenhagen, I'm left asking the same question. What just happened? The past year has been one of the richest, most challenging, most rewarding, and most adventurous years of my entire life. But looking back on it now, it often feels like a dream. So in case you're new to the vlog or missed a few episodes last year, here's a recap. My first flight to Chicago was canceled, but I rescued a friend's iPad. Next flight was a success.
3 of 3.
Spent the week in the Windy City with nearly 400 other missionaries bound for 32 countries. Learned a bunch, ate a deep dish pizza, and got commissioned with my team. Justice and I wore matching suits. By the end of the week, we were off to Denmark, smuggled snacks onto a flight to Iceland, and made a pit stop at the Blue Lagoon before the final flight to Copenhagen. Arrived in Copenhagen and were greeted by two soon-to-be Danish friends who had keys to a random apartment. Didn't know who owned it or how long we could stay there. Guess that's why they call it pioneering. First week in, we hit the ground running. Figured out how to pronounce our ministry name, Agape Liu. Fixed bikes, pretended to like running, and threw a party all in the name of connecting with Danish students. Got a bike and learned how to ride it without dying.
Alright, we just crashed.
Needed some chairs to host our student meeting. Instead, God gave us a cafe and a bunch of free furniture. Started learning what it means to be Danish.
Okay, I'm like mega lost.
Filmed a news broadcast from my boss's kitchen. Someone stole my bungee cord, but whatever, you can't stop me. Taught the Danes how to whip a nae-nae and hit the campus with a survey about true love. Kept meeting Danes named Christian and then an American Christian named Dane. Student meetings started growing and God provided a new venue. Held a training on sharing the gospel with our friends and made friends with our American counterparts in Sweden. Had to move out of our apartment but didn't know where we would go. Ripped out all of the furniture and tied everything we owned on our bikes.
You got this, man.
Crashed at a friend's place before moving into our new home, the monastery. That's right, I'm the bulletproof monk. But seriously, thank God for the monastery. Got a mugshot for a train pass and broke my camera. Took a team retreat to Roskilde and learned about Vikings. Came back and helped Justice steal his own bike. Got a care package from home and started reading the Bible with one of my Danish friends. Also started importing peanut butter M&Ms by the kilo. Applied for our residence permits, took some pictures, and got accepted. Okay, in reality, it was way more complicated than that. But hey, it's official Denmark, we're staying. Sarah found an enchanted forest, and the squad became giant hunters. Justice, Sarah, and Santa. They were less like co-workers and more like family. Said a sad goodbye to Santa and sent her off to Germany. Saw more Danes get involved with Agape Liu, had a snowball fight, and explained vlogging to Danes on the train.
It's a camera.
Impersonated Santa for a missions promo video and got roped into promoting a hot dog stand too. Forgot my train pass at home and got a $150 fine for not having it on the train. After a great turnout at our student Christmas party, we flew to France and spent Christmas walking the streets of Paris. Saint-Chapelle was a highlight, and so were the baguettes. Back to Denmark in time for New Year's Eve, and more fireworks than I could count. Made a video about praying in concentric circles. Took a train to Sweden to plan an upcoming conference and saw a controversial glowing sign. Climbed another giant and fell off.
Oh my gosh!
Found out that in Denmark, if you're single when you turn 25, all your friends douse you in cinnamon. Thought, nah thanks, I'm okay, and fled the country to Rome. Ate some pasta, saw a bunch of old stuff, spent my birthday at the Vatican, and got yelled at in Italian for recording in the Sistine Chapel. From Rome, we were off to Spain for the mid-year missions conference. Connected with other missionaries, led a session on video storytelling, met a monkey in Gibraltar, and won a dance-off with Justice. Back to Denmark just in time to host the Bridge Conference. This was one of the highlights of the year. Students from Denmark, Sweden, and Latvia gathering to pray, worship, study the Word, and consider what it looks like to live on mission together. 1 week later, we had a group of Canadians come over to join us on campus. Thought the winter would never end until suddenly it did. Spring meant cleaning at the monastery and helping Danes consider if there's more to Christianity than they might otherwise think. Enjoyed the hottest and driest May in Danish history alongside another gang of visiting Canadians. June marked the beginning of our transition as we continued to meet with our Danish friends and to pass the torch to local students who would lead the ministry into the future. 10 months in Denmark, a country that I once knew next to nothing about and yet now lays claim to a piece of my heart. Throughout the highs and lows of this adventure, God remained ever faithful to my team. To my teammates, Justice, Sarah, Santa, John, and Ruth, I love you all, and I'm so grateful to have served alongside each of you this year. Thank you for planning, praying, laughing, crying, and marveling at God's faithfulness with me. To my Danish brothers and sisters, I miss you dearly. Thank you for welcoming us to your city and for your willingness to leap out of your comfort zones and join us in making Jesus known in Copenhagen. And to the countless family and friends back home who partnered with us this year, supporting us in prayer, your giving, and by watching these videos, spurring us on in the mission. Thank you. Thank you for investing in God's kingdom and in seeing the gospel impact the hearts and lives of students in Copenhagen. Please join us in praying for the Danish students who have been raised up to continue leading this ministry on their campuses and in their city. May God be so gracious as to add to their number those who are being saved as they seek after Him together. And lastly, to Jesus, our risen King, thank you, Lord. You are all to us. Whether we find ourselves in Canada, Denmark, or somewhere in between, I ask that you would continue to incline our hearts to your kingdom and make us earnest to know you, to love you, and to invite others to do the same. Well, I guess the only thing left to be said is, Pace.